Nothing like a good late Friday to talk about put the hype on the side for a little bit and talk about what matters for the long-term vitality of crypto projects, and in this case Terra Luna Classic. My friends, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I had an amazing burger today, beer, and so I'm motivated. I'm inspired. As some of you, no, it wasn't beer. It was a cocktail, but it's okay. It's close enough. um, so today, I we know that Classic Crypto had a good conversation with one of the Terra Rebels developers, and I was able to watch a little bit of it. I think it was a great conversation just to have an idea of what in the world is going on with all of this. One of the things that I'm looking at for the crypto market as a whole is, well, we're in this garbage pit where there's just not gonna be any movement for liquidity. And I'm like, okay, I mean, that makes sense. I'll take it. No movement for liquidity, no movement for the markets, the prices. I mean, I don't think a lot of people wanna um, defy the market, right, with the changes and the swings. But what really defines of the success of this project Terra Luna Classic is the changes in pace that we are putting for proposals, right? Those proposals that are coming in strong and hot. And well, we have, right, these proposals about the burns that are interesting to be, I mean, to say the least, because really I never got this close to a project when it comes to this type of governance, right? Where you needed to make a decision quickly, because if you don't make a decision quickly for the burn tax, what I'm about to show you, basically we're putting this project in risk, at risk. And I been looking at some of the videos out there too, and that's pretty much what they're saying. The project at risk, and I don't think we want that, right? We want this to flourish and to really continue growing. So if that's the case, I want to talk about what I'm learning, what I'm going through, what I'm just kind of like finally taking some time during the week and exploring a little bit more, because I think it matters, everybody. Fully understanding how the project must work and what to do with this to see much further progress, I think is pivotal and important, right? So I'm gonna take you with me. Let's go ahead and find out what in the world is going on, guys. Welcome back, guys. Mavia the Alka dropping the first $5 in the super chat. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that a lot. Welcome back, guys. What's going on, Kevin, Danny, Michael, and many people here watching with me. It's a beautiful Friday. So obviously, we don't want, in my opinion, to or like a lot of people don't want, in my opinion, to reduce that tax burden. And I think you've been hearing from me in the channel how vividly we want to keep it as high as possible, because it means that we can burn more, right? And it makes sense. So I want to go ahead and read all the data, and then much further in this live, I want to give some thoughts about my personal opinion, because it doesn't really matter what I say. It's about what the project needs. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. What's going on, Joseph? Happy to have you here in the house. Let's go. What's going on, guys? Welcome, welcome. Obviously, even before taking a look at the price and everything, it is a cryptocurrency that has been on everybody's radar, including Quant, including Hobby token that's just been exploding so far. Now here it is. So far, consolidation. That's it. Consolidation. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at this one, guys, because here it is. Lower the tax rate to encourage higher on-chain volume. If I'm not mistaken, for the last 2 weeks we've been hearing this subject, right? Right now, what I'm looking is we pass 19 billion burn. Let's go. What's going on, Decent? Happy to see you here. We just passed 19 billion burn, so that's good. 6 with the burn tax alone, which is 1.2 tax burn. 6 with the burn tax. Now you reduce that, we're gonna be having much less of a burn tax increase, right? because you're reducing a one entire percentage if this proposal goes live. And at the end, it's going to go live if the community wants it to go live, basically, right? Now, here it is. This was coming up on September 28th. Pretty sure by now a lot of people could be aware of this, but it's always, to be reminded and to learn, the motivations, because right now what I'm seeing is just a bunch more of the push to this. And if this happens, well, I want to see how people are going to react. First thing I wanted to look at is this, and you guys can see it here with me in the following. Welcome, everybody. Hope you're having an amazing Friday. You're coming here because it's a good time just to kick back and learn a lot. We start with the following. What is the summary here? To lower the tax rate to encourage higher on-chain volume. For those who don't know, right, validators, when you're doing a proof of stake consensus, you need volume, you need transactions, so the validators can get something, can get a reward, and the entire blockchain functions. One of the problems that I've been hearing a lot is that volume is down because of the tax, or it could be just because of the bear market, So that, in a way, well, is not helpful. Take a look at this. Historically, on-chain transaction volume on the classic blockchain was the highest when zero taxes were in effect. So 2.5 billion in January 27, 2.65 billion at the beginning of the year. On-chain volume has decreased 88% from the week prior to 198 million to 22.56 million LUNC. So obviously, as a big change going to the beginning of the year to almost the end of the year. But by decreasing the tax rate, the centralized exchanges and other off-chain holders may be encouraged to return to on-chain and enact trading. Part of the reason why we don't have to, we're missing Coinbase, we're missing, different exchanges, right, that are not adding that yet. Sustaining the cost for validators to run the chain. So that's it. If you want, because this is paramount, right? Like if we are talking about, because these are some of the opportunity costs and trade-offs that we have to go through if you're looking at 1 cent LUNC or even $1 USTC. These are the changes that I'm happy to see, at least in this community, because how in the world do we think this is gonna work if the chain is heading to a dead spiral, right? Makes no sense. More transactions come when there's higher price volume and higher prices, and that comes with transactions, right? One of the things that I was saying for a while is that when whales were gonna left the boat, basically, right about here, whales left the boat right about here, right? That was September. September was huge for LUNC. It was amazing. It was really the best for LUNC. October is looking, it's still a little bit weary because of Binance saying yes. But if November just becomes flat, then it seems that because of the transaction volume, we may have a problem. And that could be just created by the tax burn, right? I'm going to be very honest. I like the tax burn. Even some people said that it was not enough. But here's when I just keep learning a lot, because obviously you don't come to crypto to think about tax burn, right? That's something that it is not in our purview as investors. Like, what should we care about tax burn? We want to care about prices and what the project is doing or so, but tax burn, right? We have to not act as tax experts here. But the thing is, okay, then what is a healthy tax burn? And obviously the people at the top, the people that should be leading the project, should be the people telling us, right? But this is left to the community as a good blockchain consensus. So I like that. really, I mean, the from what I've seen and from what everything I'm reading, and I want to continue, there must be a sweet spot to see and to catch this very risky route that the project is taking right now, because if it continues, we can see the following problems. Let's go ahead. So we got the first paragraph done, right? Just like to understand everybody, right? No need for hyping right now, because why? Like, I mean, I'm not dumb enough to say $1 tomorrow. Come on, right? But I just want to take some time, and I'm inviting you, my friends. Why not? Proposal. Blue color Jose, what's going on, brother? Thank you so very much for being here, bro. How long do you think we'll have to hold Crow? Well, I'll say I'm gonna hold it easily 3 to 5 years, brother. When you think the bear market will end? In about a year and a half. In about a year and a half, and 3 to 5 to 7 years. Cronos, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, brother, it's for me a retirement account, to be honest with you. So I'm not really worried. Yeah, I'm not. Thank you, bro. Happy to have you in the house. Welcome. So, proposal, right? We're not burning enough near enough LUNC at the current rate. The tax rewards to date since the implementation of the 1.2 tax reform have totaled at 3.60 billion. So that is at that time of this writing, right? Or of that writing, but now it's more. The short-term gains come at a long-term cost, namely tax benefits in the short term, in the exchange for economically unappealing on-chain volume projection for the long term. Take a look at this one. Validators can only sustain running the blockchain for so long before they become unprofitable, to the point that they must shut down. And I was reading somewhere, oh, here it is. We do not have a full validator set. In fact, the number of active validators has decreased from 90 to 83. And I have the validators here. And let me see how many we have. Yep, it's still 83. It's still 83. So, and there's more coming in October, as we know. So all these are the validators that are currently active. And of course, some of the top ones are LUNC, Orion, and all nodes, which have a lot of voting power because of the LUNC they hold. For example, this one holds 126,855,723,922 LUNC. So not even a trillion, for obvious reasons. But if we take a look at the total amount stake, 683, that's a lot, right? Because we want to make money with the LUNC. It comes nowhere even close to the burn, because, I mean, who will want to burn their own tokens, right? Makes no sense. I mean, I wouldn't. If I have billions and billions, I want to make money in the long term, right? But anything, it's good. Let's go back here. If validators become collectively unprofitable, the blockchain shuts down without new ones taking their place. Any tokens that live on the chain are not transferable without validators, meaning that users cannot cash out their holdings. So obviously, these are people that have way more knowledge into the on-chain for Terra Luna Classic than your normal holder. I want to emphasize this, because here's where we have to draw a line in the sand and say what is hype and what is reality, right? And I stand for reality 100%, because hype is only gonna take you a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and it's gonna leave you. It's gonna evaporate your hands. But realistic expectations will stay with you really long. And this is it. Where are my Cronos holders, guys? rise up, my Cronos holders. Now you are like, wait, what are you doing? All Cronos holders watching. What happened when Chris said about the rewards? Huh? What happened when he just chopped off all those staking user rewards and took out the Ruby rewards and all of those rewards, and a lot of people left crypto.com because of that. People were pretty angry, right? Well, basically he was looking for future next billion users that, were gonna adopt the blockchain, the Cronos blockchain, and he knew, and the team knew, that if they didn't stop it early, there was gonna become a problem later on when it comes to sustainability of those rewards. In that case, this is what I think is kind of like the angle that they're portraying the 1.2 tax. For now, it's okay, but it seems like if we don't lower it, there's gonna be a much of a problem, because if we have 83 validators right now, what if, let me take a look at the inactive one. These are the inactive ones, right? All the inactive, probably the ones that are about to be active soon. But here it is, total number of validators, 83. If for some reason we continue with the 1.2 tax and we start seeing this number decrease, I think that'll be a much more panic scenario than burning less LUNC. Got it? Now, I'm going to go over a couple of different texts because I think they're important, and that is what this live is about, right? I just wanted to have some time to discuss about this because I want to learn and I want to share my thoughts, and I want you guys to tell me in the comments what's going on. Because on the 14th, today we got a response from Edward Kim about the proposal I'm reading to you right now. So it's just a lot of good knowledge if you are into this. Binance get rich while we are getting poorer. Me, Richard. There you go. Got me mad. I know, right? The best strategy is to invest LUNC in its increasing portfolio while maintaining the price low as it is. Nice, buddy. Welcome back, guys. Happy to have you here. So, the ability for validators to issue LUNC rewards diminishes rapidly along with the transaction volume, as validators create value by producing blocks which are generated by transacting on the network. So if we have less volume, well, then how in the world are validators gonna get paid? The new set will open near the end of October, which will have more validators. But if we cannot make it until then, the tax negative effects may already have set it too deep. So the proposal is simple. What's going on, Peter? Happy to have you here. We lower the volume tax to 1.2 from 1.2 tax burn to a significantly lower value as a compromise to encourage traders to come back on chain to the Terra Luna Classic chain. We begin by driving the tax down sharply as a way to encourage the on-chain volume to occur. Basically, centralized exchanges seem to be that way. If this proves successful, we may recess the efficacy of taxation on-chain depending on the ecosystem. I see. And then we get super technical here, which I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it's basically all the explanation on that. The values we will correlate with the relative reduction is on-chain volume, or 0.88%. The new tax value is 0.2, or more accurately 0.16%, using the above raw data. And I like how he ended right here. Take a look at this one, because this is what I think the community has been asking for a while, but we are not getting it right now. Instead of appealing to centralized exchanges to do the burn on chain, to adhere to the taxation and efforts, to increase volume, because that is exactly what we all want. That is why we do hashtag Coinbase, hashtag KuCoin, hashtag everyone, right? And out of all of them, only Binance, and they did 0.1%. So not even 0.2%, 0.1%. Instead of doing that, we can compromise somewhere in between by lowering the tax rate. So the tax rates on Terra Luna Classic range historically from 0%, nothing, to 0.35 plus 50%, 0.85. So we can alter the tax rates by proposing a change to the parameters mentioned in the first and the OG proposal 3568. So that is the proposal that was added a while ago. And it's important, right? LUNC is stuck. What's going on, Paca? Happy to see you here. Welcome from New Zealand. I love it. Just reading articles. Still a little bit interesting. Yes, I'm letting you guys know besides the hype. Your expertise is in economics? No, it is not. It is not. It's in technology. And these are some of the examples that I'm talking about. I'm going to pin this comment right now. Look, buddies. Well, the reason why I pinned that comment is because that comment represents most of crypto, right? Why in the world the price of LUNC is not moving? Or I post a video about LUNC and everybody is so hateful. I mean, I don't know if it's to me or to the topic, because I don't care, right? Doesn't get me at all. But like, I'm sure they knew beforehand that was gonna happen. Like we all knew that was gonna happen. Like, I shouldn't be surprised to see those prices. I'm not surprised at all, right? Everything is stuck, right? Like why to even bother? Let's just go and get a beer and relax. We're talking right now because if you get out to a convention, to a crypto convention, I've been to one big one, and you talk to developers and anyone, right, who is building a nice, beautiful, delicious blockchain, they're not rarely they're gonna talk to you about, oh, look at how the price of my token is going. They don't do that. They don't do that. That's us, the retail crazy investors that wanna become a millionaire, right, very quickly. It's not bad. It's not a bad goal, but what I'm saying is, oftentimes it's just a good time to step back and look at how everything's working. But not only that in the macro, but see, like, go specific in this case in Terra Luna Classic, and that's what we're going through this tax rate, because 1.2 tax rate to me is fine. I mean, whatever. I mean, let's go ahead and do so. Why not? I want to burn a lot. I mean, we're seeing that what Binance is burning, it's amazing. Nowhere even close to where we should be, right? Once again, it's a difficult task. It's okay. I mean, nothing is, come on. Everything takes time. We need to be patient, but it's not gonna be like a cakewalk, right? For sure. Now, we finished this one. This one is done by the same person, but much updated. And it's a little bit more straightforward. Take a look at this. So the same proposal basically results in some cons and pros. Summary: lower the tax rate, right, to encourage more transactions. In addition, set aside 10% of all the tax revenue pre-burn to fund continued support and development of the Terra Classic blockchain by financing infrastructure and contributors. Okay, so this is the proposal 50. Let me see. This is the proposal. Where in the world is the number? 5234. There you go. 5234. 5234 proposal, right? basically wants to do from 1.2 tax to 0.2 tax and give 10% pre-burn to Terra Rebels, or to who is helping the project move. Do you agree or disagree? Do you vote or against it? Tell me right now. Do you like it? I'm gonna go ahead and show you very soon that Edward Kim, after the end, he votes yes to 5234. After weighing all the data, reflecting on what I know and recognizing what I know, he's voting yes to reduce the percentage of the tax burn and to get him and the team 10% pre-burn. That's what it is. So we're taking some time to relax and to analyze that there might be a big change to that tax burn. And you guys see here that it's treasury tax 1.2. It might be just 0.2%. When, you may ask? That's a good question. I don't know when, but it's probably, I mean, there's a chance of passing. There's a chance, I'm saying, only a chance of passing because Edward Kim voted yes, or wants to do it, basically. Peter, we have to reward the devs. No ifs, but not ifs, not buts. It has to happen. Without devs, the project will fail. We need the people working. Like, are you really gonna work for free? I agree to that, right? Help the people who help the community and the token. We need a big news, something, a new exchange coming on board. I know, Matthew. I know, man. We need a bunch of delicious things, right? Not only Terra Luna Classic, but so many different projects, of course. Herbert says USTC will die soon. USTC, USTN to come. But do not sell LUNC. More burns. I get it, everybody. What I'll tell you is we always have to take a look at the fine print, right? This proposal aims to signal centralized exchanges and other on-chain users that would like to keep the tax while using its revenue efficiently, funding the development, and more. Organizations like Terra Rebels. Take a look at this, guys. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Look at this. It is estimated that the burn tax will take anywhere between 20 and 60 plus years to create a 10 billion fixed LUNC supply. Well, I'll be what? 50, 40, what? I'll be 80 years old. 20 to 60 years, baby. I'm not coming with those numbers, brothers. Peter! Oh, you gifted 5 memberships, Peter. Man. Welcome, Bivin. Welcome, Isaiah. Welcome here. Hi. Welcome, Ryan. And welcome, Destiny. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Peter, for sharing the love to all of us. Appreciate that a lot. And use those icons, emojis, please. Use them right now. There you go. Thank you, Peter. Appreciate that a lot, brother. I'm going to go ahead and pin your comment. You're the MVP today. It is estimated that the burn tax will take anywhere between 20 to 60 years to create a thing. Wow. I don't want to lie to you, my friends, but it is the first time that I actually read that statement. Wow. Taking a look at the burn tracker here. An estimated currently impossible using the current numbers due to the 676 billion units bonded to the network earning yield. Yep. So basically, it's like impossible, an estimate impossible because we have 600 something billion staking, right? But anywhere in the 20s to 60 years, basically. Destiny. And I believe that's the last one. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that a lot. Let me take a look at your comments. Matthew was like, what? People that are still in Helium C will get wrecked once again while the whales start dumping it again. The Psycho Pearl. A 20-year retirement sounds legit to me. Corey is coming in strong saying, I don't care, guys. Oscar, good job as always. Thank you, Lagos. Appreciate that a lot. So I'm happy to have seen this. Each centralized exchange pays a discretionary burn tax in regard to this, and it differs between centralized exchanges. Additionally, centralized exchanges pay more taxes than on-chain users or voluntary burners. Of the estimated 14 billion burn units, centralized exchanges account for 6 billion, 46% of all burns. Yep. Oh boy. So here's the deal, right? Like, we may not even get to this time frame just because of the need for more volume in the network, right? So that's one thing that it's trying to address here. The volume in the network. There you go. With the reduction of the tax rate. We're not burning nearly enough LUNC at the current rate to justify the cost of its implementation. 0% tax revenue. Take a look at this. While the Terra Classic can fit 130 active validators with voting power, the number of active validators has decreased from our currently incomplete set of 90 to 83. So 83 looks like this update was done on October 10th. Additionally, 6 validators are running at 50% update, suggesting stronger centralization of the network due to obsolescence. A choice set of 4 validators control at least 51% of the network, which is true. And you can see it right here. So it's almost 20%, plus 12, 30%, 41%, 50%. This is it. 50% right here. So I'm going to tell you something. When I go to Crocoin or Cronos, right, and to stake my Cronos, and you guys know this too, when I need to stake my Crocoin, they don't have that voting power. This is too much voting power. They have like something like 1% or something like that. Yeah. The uptime is always huge, but the voting power is much less. And I'm sure that what I've heard on the Twitter spaces is that they want to have that voting power distributed, or they want people to start putting their LUNC in other places, not in these places, because they don't want that kind of centralization. Insane. Additionally, consumers who make innocuous sense between Terra native wallet pay 1.2 tax or 1.2% of any money sent. This means if someone wants to send $100 to a friend, they will pay 1.20 to do so. Got it. Thank you, Peter. There you go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Main proposal. By decreasing the tax rate, centralized exchanges and other off-chain holders may be encouraged to return on-chain to enact trading. The proposal is simple, just lower it. The tax outline suggests as follows. Immediate decrease to 0.2 on all transactions. Leave by 0.02 to calculate tax pre-burn to fund ecosystem. So this is it. And that's what he agrees on. Cool. Yeah, it's here are the pros and cons for your enjoyment. Let's take a look at them. LUNC is a trap, darling. Corey, Mark, Oscar, would you suggest I sell my LUNC and get Crow? Price is juicy. Yeah, that's a big choice, brother. The two of them have potential. Of course, Cronos, Crypto.com is a set company established already. LUNC is a project that is coming from the ground up, brother. It's in the risky level compared to top 20 crypto by market cap, which is Crypto.com. Different. These are different cryptos. These are different projects, right? You cannot compare the two of them, right? I will make, there will be a much easier decision if you ask me to compare Shiba Inu to Terra on a Classic or Dogecoin to Terra on a Classic, but Crypto.com to LUNC is holding apples and oranges, totally different, right? So always having some money on the side to get those juicy prices is a recommendation. Most don't see the need to wait for 20 years. 0.01 price is what I'm waiting for. There you go. LUNC is becoming a currency and a utility. More companies are coming to LUNC. Everything is cheap now. Too many proposals on this tax burn. We need a comprehensive and coherent solutions. Yeah, that's why we're not showing too many emotions today. It's just a conversation between two fellows, right? That's it. Me and hundreds of you guys having fun here. Pros and cons of the proposal. Pros, potentially encouraging traders to come to opt into the chain, setting aside tax revenue to pay people. And I think overall, I mean, would you be willing to put 16 to 15 hours of your time, of your day, into something that is not, you're not even getting compensated for? I wouldn't do that. So look, if I have to do that, if I have to put some of my money to pay these people, absolutely I will. Of course, it's not gonna be my entire portfolio, my entire position, but it has to be something, right? I will do it. It might be very different for you, but I will do it. And that is why Edward Kimball votes yes, right? Retaining partial taxation on chain 0.2%, meaning LUNC is still burned. So that's the thing. Like, there's still gonna be that tax burn, but it's gonna be a little tiny one, 0.2%, just a little bit. Compensating core developers, basically. Cons. Boom. That's the one. That's the one that hurts. Less LUNC burnt overall, but the chain has more, what I will call, long-term survivability. Like, it's more prone to survive for the long term. And we'll see later on, I think. I'm not taking sides here. I'm just kind of like putting all these different scenarios. Because one, it's driving us downhill because there's not enough volume yet. With this bear market, everything becomes more complicated. The other one can be adjusted because of the current conditions of the market, right? I don't think we couldn't go back to a much higher tax burn, right? If we are changing in less than a year so much, why wouldn't we just switch back to a more aggressive tax burn when we become more bullish, you know. I'm just thinking out loud. That could be a strategy later on. No guarantees that centralized exchanges will return to the chain or that they will adhere or change their discretionary tax rates. So may not change current on-chain volume at all due to the lack of transactional outlets, as there are few dApps left functioning on-chain. Yep, that's the thing, right? Because Terra Luna Classic is a blockchain that exploded and collapsed. There's just a few dApps that are actually processing that LUNC. And if you want me to tell you, I can tell you right now. We need to go to DeFi Llama. We're doing the research today. This is our research live. Here, Ethereum, of course, with a whopping 39 billion in TVL. We need to find Terra Luna Classic. This is Terra 2.0. So Terra 2 has 8 protocols and currently has barely 47 million. Just 47 million TVL. It's nothing. Now, where is our delicious Luna Classic? Here it is. You see that, my friends? Terra Classic is in position 63 with 12 million in TVL. At some point, this baby was ranging the 20 billion, guys. Absolutely ridiculous. So Luna Classic, roughly 12 million, transaction using the chain. Obviously not enough. Obviously not enough. Terra Swap, that's kind of like the first main one right now, heavily used. 4 million TVL. Astroport and Anchor, that is, of course, Anchor to the bottom. Corey, you're saying, to me, we stick with the 1.2 tax that was voted on. That's what we stay with. The only thing that we need to change is making sure developers stay paid. Okay, I see that. 14 million LUNC, 10K Crow, and a lot of Shiba Inu. What I own. Not bad. Bottom line, we need the burns to be more rapid. We need to really drop the total supply if anyone wants to fly. Yeah, I think I see it, guys. I see it. There's a lot of different angles, right? As mentioned, transactions are needed for block production, which is how validators are paid. Lowering the tax will not solve the issue of drastically lower transactions alone. So we encourage people to consider how the community can encourage more transactions to happen on chain. This can include dApps, ideas, and implementations, or perhaps something more novel. It's like you have this extremely delicate project that it's not under a company, but it's in a part of developers, part of community, and part of, anyone who wants to come and bully us. It's fun, but it is a good story, guys. It's trying to become a good story after everything that has happened. And to finally touch on this, guys, Edward Kim reaction. We went over this. We went over the pros and cons and more information about everything, right? Because the title of this video is Terra Luna Classic Tax Burn Changes. I'm preparing you. I'm telling you what are the potential future changes to this, which we all have an opinion on, and we all have something to say if you hold LUNC. So he basically goes out and says and explains his opinion, right, on the 10% for them, and of course the tax burn, which is the one I'm going to focus on right now. This is what Edward Kim says. Now to the more controversial change, the decrease of the taxes from 1.2 to 0.2. I would like to preface my explanation that he says that he's not an economist and whatever. So he's taking the machine learning approach, machine optimization approach. So arguments to decrease the tax. I've heard quite a number of people expressing both positive and negative. So this is exactly who we are here, right? About decreasing the tax. The positive, I'm gonna go ahead and share this link to the live so you guys can take it. He has heard number of people, the positive people believe that decreasing the tax will bring back the on-chain liquidity, the volume, that. They also often cite one or two examples of projects or dApps that have mentioned that they're shutting down or not coming back to the chain because of the high tax. He says that he personally know of at least one project that is doing multiple hops in their dApp and thus being taxed multiple times. I see. Because we have an on-chain 1.2 tax burn, obviously if you are going around your way to use a Terra classic chain, you're paying a bunch of money just in that tax. And it adds up, right? So that's why people are like, well, why am I supposed to, why should I use this thing? You're taxing me. Like in the United States, there are probably two things that all Americans hate. One, I will say taxes. I was trying to find one fun one, but I couldn't come up with anything. But I'm gonna just say one: taxes. We don't like taxes. Who likes taxes? Only California people. And I know I have beautiful people from California, and I know you probably don't like taxes, but come on to Texas, guys. It's much better for that. So this is something else, right? Paying a lot of taxes. Why? While I sympathize for those projects, it's hard for me to say or to objectively assess the impact of the criticism, as I believe there may be a component of confirmation bias where the tax reduction crowd may just be cherry picking the projects to make their point. I say this because I know of projects that have migrated just fine and are working building without hesitation on chain. Of course, pros and cons. So as to the argument that the volume on chain will increase with a 0.2 tax reduction, I think this is a logical statement. But I'm very skeptical that it will make much of a difference. Furthermore, as new validators come back, he believes that they will naturally see an uptick in on-chain volume as validators attract new delegations. Uptick in volume will be confounded with the unlocking of new utility on chain and thus may not be accurately measured with the timing of this proposal. Okay. So what I'm picking from here is that the two options, whether you're on or against it, there's always a reason behind it, right? It is what it is. I don't mind taxes as long as it isn't wasted like they are. It's true. People acting like this is a game everybody bought before the tax burn came out and wanted someone else to do the work. Now they're complaining like if Magic was going to buy it. It's true. Let's say that you go to a casino and are presented with 10 different slot machines. What you know is that each of these slot machines have different reward schedules. In the very beginning, you have no idea what to expect in terms of rewards. You pick one at random. This is called the exploration phase. You sit in front of the machine and you pull the lever, see what happens. Now the question is, how long do you stay at the same machine before moving to the next one? 5 pulls, 10 pulls, 20 pulls. In the epsilon greedy algorithm, in the early stages, the best optimization strategy is to explore as early as possible. You only have one data point and you need more information to maximize the future rewards. Okay, thus changing machine is important. I believe this is similar to where we are now, he says, with the 1.2 tax. We do not have enough data, so I believe it is important to continue exploring. I actually agree to this because it's true. Like we selected 1.2 tax early and we're seeing the current results. It can be more, it can be less, but now with the 1.2, we're seeing how it's for long-term sustainability of the project. It may be too bold and it might be to decrease a bit to make things better for the validators, and also to add that percentage to the people that are working on it. I do agree to that. And well, it goes to an increasing amount of research that it's awesome. The argument that we need to wait and volume will pick up does not hold weight with the limited database analysis. So in summary, I was skeptical of arguments on both sides, he says, Edward Kim, and he did his own research. Further, I encourage everyone to do the same and not just jump on a particular bandwagon. So that is exactly what I'm doing in this lab, my friends. I am Friday night just to chill and enjoy, and I'm happy to see great people here with me. Just to have a conversation, because we could have made this super more hype and said, no way, LUNC is gonna pump tonight to the moon and it's gonna make us millionaires. There's no need. Like, we are at this point and I still see those titles and I'm like, man, what are you trying to do? Because we're not gonna move, brother. We're just not gonna move. That's just what it is. Right now, there's a lot of uncertainty. And whales, I believe they have left in a way. So it's better for me to just look down and say, okay, let me just go ahead and keep learning and exploring for sure. Further, I am not advocating for any side, but rather laying out the reasons behind his decision after weighing all the data, reflecting, I know and recognize what I know. So he voted yes on Proposition 5234. So that means, my friends, now finally, right, coming back to the price of LUNC. If I had to make a wild guess, I will say, I'm not saying it will happen, but I will say that 1.2 tax burden will be changed. And we're going to see somewhere in the vicinity of 0.2, 0.5, or somewhere around those lines, because more volume has to come based on what we're seeing right now. And if nothing changes, and based on what we see right now, the validators keep decreasing, that might put the whole network at risk. And that's it. It's over. Like by default. And I don't think people want that. Right? Obviously, it's also because we have a bear market. We had a bull market, volume is going to come no matter what, and people are going to get paid, and everything's going to be fine. But just the bear market that we could last a year from now still, 6 months from now still, like bear market can continue coming, and there's nothing that we can do about it, right? So it is what I believe, and I think it makes sense. Mommy of the Aka, speaker, or what is that? Volume? You tell me. Can you guys hear me? But yeah, I think it's important. And I like it because after this, what's up, Keel? I think after this, even more knowledge goes to my brain just to put in for future videos and more content for you guys, right? Because as you know, for pumping and reactions, we are the best. We love it. We come here and we are excited. But for the knowledge that takes time, I also like that. It's all about realistic expectations. I'm going to go ahead and grab some more water. Ooh! There you go. Ah, that was delicious. Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday. Go ahead and smash that beautiful like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notification bells, because tonight we went really over a lot of technicals and knowledge. Like I said at the very beginning, I was watching Classic Crypto's conversation with Edward Kim and Sardar about this precise movement, this conversation of the 5403, 5409. I still cannot get the They're right now 52.34. Can't believe it. 52.34 proposal. So if you care about this project, not like all the haters and fudders out there that are saying this is a scam, we're going to the dump it, you are gonna lose all your money, what are you doing, you are the worst. But you're someone who just likes crypto as a whole, and I think you see future for your money, not only in LUNC but in many, then I think this is important. And here's the reason why, guys. Listen to this. LUNC does not have to become our destination. LUNC is a journey. LUNC is going to teach you and me, when future projects arrive, what to do, basically. Dogecoin taught me a bunch of things when it comes to hype and just the meme coin frenzy. Shiba Inu taught me about utility, about how in the world something coming from the darkest pits of the meme coin realm can be useful for the world, and utility can come to a community as long as the community puts some good work. LUNC is teaching me how something that was destined to be over and had no hope, because it was huge and then it crashed, with the right people it can become something. But we're in this phase, we're in the end game, right? Hashtag Marvel, where, like Edward Kim says about the slot machines, we're just trying, guys. We're trying and seeing what works or where it works. We're kind of finding our sweet spot. And that, to me, is the most healthy thing in the world. I'm not against that, to be honest with you. Do I want more burns? Of course I want more burns. But yeah, it is paramount for sure. Oh, baby. 9K is the bottom for Bitcoin, I feel. 9,000. Boy, Daniel, you are one of those bears, man. That's insane. Oscar, you think Bitcoin can go down to 3.5K? Guys, Bitcoin going under $10,000. I don't know if I ever gonna see that, right? If that ever happens, the collapse of the financial markets, especially we're not that huge of an industry, but it's gonna collapse countries, man. It's gonna be pretty insane. Personally, I would like to see LUNC grow into an anti-whale coin. Nice. It is amazing that 99% wanted the 1.2 tax burn. However, they are not providing the volume needed. We need to find out why. Well, the reason why, guys, is because we expected, and I think that is a great question, Donovan. We expected the CEXs to adopt it, and they're saying no. That's why. Us, we want the money and we want the supply to go down and we want the price to go up. Centralized exchanges are like, well, they're not obligated to adopt it. That's what Binance said. We're not gonna do 1.2 tax. Are you crazy? Obviously that's a bummer, but makes sense for their bottom line. 1.2 tax when you only see it with coin-in, you only see it when the super small exchanges, because what do they want? Fees and community. This is their time to grow and come. Makes total sense to me. I cannot pronounce that name, brother, but thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, but that Donovan, I think that is a great one for sure. We all wanted that tax burn, but I think it is part of the process of a journey with a community token. It is part of the process, and it's gonna take a while, and I love it. Happy Friday, first time in the live chat. Nice to meet you. Hey, what's going on, SharePoint? Happy to see you here. Let's go. DM, welcome. All right. So everybody, with that being said, we passed 19 billion burn, which is really good. This week, Monday, burn tax by Binance, nothing. and went down and stable and nothing. That was our week. LUNC super chill. Later on in the day, we got USTC as a variable assets on Binance, so that's good. But other than that, that's it. That's it. Of course, we got CPI data, we got other stuff, but that's it. Not much. So, welcome to relaxation time in crypto. Chill back, relax, and continue learning. And that's what we did today. The changes, potential changes coming in. Now we know the cons, the pros, and where they're coming from, and what Edward Kim, one of the main developers at Terra Rebels that is making this all possible, thinks about it. So overall, there's a chance that the 10% to the contributors is going to pass, and there's a chance that that 1.2 tax burden will become 0.2 in the near future. Is that what you want? Last time I checked, you didn't like it. We'll continue exploring, guys, and see what happens. Thank you guys for coming in, for your time. 1 hour on the dot. Perfect time just to chill, relax, and see what tomorrow waits. I'll see you next time, everybody. Don't forget to smash the like button before leaving. Thank you, Mommy of the Aga. Thank you. Thank you so much to all the amazing donors. Let me go back. Peter, brother, thank you so much for coming in, guys, and the rest of the subscribers. Chilling, guys. We had some time, and I decided to hop in and to talk with you about the burn tax because it's cool. I like it. You know, how many times you go and study a lot of this in the cryptos that you like? For Cronos, I'm looking at it every single day too. Everything's chill, liquidity is down, so there's not much to look at it, but it's cool. I guess 2022 it's gonna be like this for a while, so might as well enjoy it while we can. Thank you guys for your time. Tectonic video, of course. Catch you later, guys. Y'all are fantastic. Let's get ready, Omar. That's true. Peace. Take it easy, guys. Happy to see you all. Bye, Robert. Take it easy, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.